The sun shone brightly over Galilee. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves of nearby trees. People from all over had gathered to hear Jesus speak. They came from towns and villages, eager to witness his teachings. Excitement filled the air. This was no ordinary day. Jesus was known for his compassion and miracles. Hope filled the hearts of those gathered. Among the crowd was a young boy named Samuel. He had come with his family. He carried a small basket, his mother's contribution for the journey. Inside were 5 small loaves of bread and 2 fish. It wasn't much, but it was all they could spare. Samuel looked around at the crowd. There were so many people. He wondered how they would all find food. He looked at his small basket. It didn't seem like nearly enough. He felt a tug at his heart. He wanted to help. His mother noticed his gaze. She smiled and patted his head.
Don't worry, Samuel. Even a small gift can make a difference.
Her words gave him a little bit of hope. As the day wore on, the disciples grew concerned. They saw the large crowd and the dwindling daylight. They approached Jesus, their faces etched with worry.
Master, it is getting late. This is a remote place, and there is no food to be found.
The task of feeding so many seemed impossible. They had seen Jesus perform miracles before. They knew he had the power to heal the sick and calm the storms, but feeding thousands, this seemed like an insurmountable challenge. Doubt crept into their hearts. Jesus listened patiently to his disciples. He sensed their fear and doubt, but his face remained calm. He had boundless compassion for the people. He knew their hunger and their need.
Have the people sit down.
Then he took the small basket from Samuel. He looked up to heaven and gave thanks. With simple faith, he blessed the loaves and fish. Then he began to break them. As if by magic, the food began to multiply. What was once a small amount became more than enough.
The disciples watched in amazement as baskets overflowed with bread and fish. Their eyes widened in disbelief. This was truly a miracle.
They began to distribute the food to the astonished crowd. Everyone ate until they were satisfied. There was more than enough to go around.
Joy and wonder filled the air. The people couldn't believe their eyes. The miracle of the loaves and fish was more than just a physical feeding. It was a testament to Jesus' divine power. It was a symbol of his love and compassion for all people. The people realized they had witnessed something extraordinary. As they ate, they felt a sense of peace and gratitude. They knew they were in the presence of something holy. The bread and fish nourished their bodies, but the miracle itself nourished their souls. When everyone had eaten their fill, something remarkable happened. Jesus instructed his disciples to gather the leftovers.
Let nothing be wasted, he said.
The disciples obeyed, amazed by his wisdom and practicality. They filled 12 baskets to the brim with the remaining food.
This demonstrated the abundance of the miracle. Even after feeding thousands, there was more than enough.
Samuel watched in awe as the disciples gathered the leftovers. He had never seen so much food in his life. He thought about his small basket. He realized that even a small offering, when given with love, could be multiplied beyond measure. He couldn't wait to tell his family about what he had witnessed. He knew this was a story he would tell for the rest of his life. The miracle of the loaves and fish had touched his heart. It had strengthened his faith and filled him with wonder.
Word of the miracle spread like wildfire through Galilee and beyond. People were amazed by the story of Jesus feeding the 5,000 with just a few loaves and fish. The story became a symbol of hope and the power of faith. Those who had been present shared their experiences with enthusiasm and emotion. They described the feeling of awe and gratitude that had washed over them. Their stories inspired others and strengthened their belief in Jesus' teachings. The miracle of the loaves and fishes teaches us that even small acts of generosity can have a profound impact. When we offer what we have with love and faith, amazing things can happen. Just as Jesus multiplied the loaves and fish, he can multiply our efforts to make a difference in the world. It reminds us that we should never underestimate the power of small things. A kind word, a helping hand, a small donation can have a ripple effect, touching the lives of others in ways we may never fully comprehend. The story of the loaves and fish is a timeless message of hope, faith, and the boundless love of Jesus. It reminds us that with God, all things are possible. It inspires us to live with generosity, compassion, and a willingness to share what we have with others. Like the crowd in Galilee, we too can experience the miraculous in our own lives. When we open our hearts to God's love and grace, we open ourselves to the possibility of experiencing His blessings in extraordinary ways. Let us remember the lesson of the loaves and fish and strive to live with faith, generosity, and gratitude.